Hey everybody, how's it going? Daryl here, welcome to the channel. I'm very excited today to be sharing with you the SoundSwitch Shortcut version 2.0. And this is in the wake of SoundSwitch's official release of the 2.9 version. And SoundSwitch is really comprised of three essential parts: the Autoloops, the Autoscripts, and the static scenes. And this last release from SoundSwitch really improved the auto loop capabilities. In the past, we could only have 32 auto loops, but now we can have 4 banks of 32 auto loops, so we have 128 in total. Before going any further into the SoundSwitch Shortcut version 2.0 and talking about all the new enhancements I've made, talking about the new pricing structure going forward, let me just do a quick recap of what the SoundSwitch Shortcut is. So I think that SoundSwitch as a lighting platform is the perfect solution for mobile DJs. It's the dream workflow at a gig. You basically turn on your lights, connect your hardware to your laptop, and the lights just kind of run themselves. And it gives you the flexibility to set like a static scene for like cocktail hour, or maybe that, or during an exciting part of the song, you want to create some energy and movement, you can just hit a button to cause a strobe. So I think that is super cool. And one of the things that really sets SoundSwitch apart from the competition is it gives you a lot of flexibility to create your own custom chases, for better or worse. Because while I love the ability to customize it, not everybody has the time to create complicated chases, especially with like movers and pixel bars. Some of these pixel chases are a little bit tedious to program within SoundSwitch. So that's basically why I created the SoundSwitch Shortcut. This is just like my own auto loops that I use at my gigs with my company. And just having these will just help you get up and running quicker. Because, you know, as mobile DJs, we have a lot of different things that demand our attention in our businesses, and we don't have all the time in the world to program. Even I don't, unfortunately. So I created this shortcut just to help you hit the ground running, have a viable working light show, incorporate that dream workflow that SoundSwitch offers. And of course, if you would like to have the SoundSwitch shortcut, I have a link in the description below. And as I mentioned, the heart of SoundSwitch is static scenes, auto loops, and auto scripts. So within SoundSwitch, I'm giving you a bunch of different auto loops with various themes and various ideas all incorporated, various moods. As part of the SoundSwitch shortcut, you get a lot of cool chases. But in addition to that, you get a lot of really cool static scenes. And so you can trigger these with your Control 1 or with your software. But basically, the push of a button, you just have this nice chill scene that you can use for the formalities at weddings. And I have some of the more popular ones: off-white, white, blush, purple, amber. And you might be wondering, like, where's all the colors? There's like a lot more colors than just these few. I felt like that would be redundant because you already have a bunch of different colors you can control with these pads. That's just kind of built into the functionality. So I just wanted to create some static scenes that weren't already included. And I also have like this alternate scene 1 and 2. They are kind of fun. You can manually simulate a chase like this. Red and white are my school colors. Go Utes. But you can modify the colors to be anything you'd like the colors of another school, or even Christmas colors like red and green. I have these static scenes called white triggers because one of my favorite functionalities of SoundSwitch is this white button. So you can push it and everything turns white, and you can like simulate a strobe by rapidly pressing this white button. It's kind of cool, especially like on the drop. But I wanted some variety so that it would hit differently, and when I do all the white, impacts more dramatically. So I have like this entire bank of white triggers right here. And so these first 4 are really cool because it targets at different groups of lights. So this is the up lights. Everything is acting normally, but just the up lights are strobing, and that's kind of cool. And then the next one is the tubes. So that adds a lot of energy while everything else is just doing its thing. Then I have one for the movers. And then one for the washes. I have this simulated chase between tube 1, 2, 3, and 4. I just push these buttons here and I can just play some light drums. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I have strobes, like strobing for everything, just strobing the up lights, just strobing the tubes, just strobing the movers, just strobing the washes. Yeah, these movers have a little ring light around them, so that's strobing as well. And so I'll go over the lights I'm using and just some of the ideology behind it. So I've included a lot of the lighting fixtures that are popular with DJs today, including stuff from JMAZ, Both Lighting, Chauvet, including the Chauvet Gig Bar Move plus ILS and the normal Gig Bar Move and wash effects. I have full instructions on my website on how to add your own fixtures if they are not included in my particular fixture list. Although I do have a lot of the more popular lighting fixture, so you might not even have to do that step. And I've assigned each of these lights like a category for the auto-scripting engine as well as a fader group. And that is in large part because there are 4 group intensity faders. So like the first one is like your up lights. Next one is your pixel bars. Next is your movers. And then finally it's your washes. Yeah, 4 different groups of lights. Let me show you what I'm using for this demo today. So I'm using SoundSwitch on my PC right over here, and I'm using the latest version 2.9, and I'm running the SoundSwitch Shortcut version 2.0. And then I have the SoundSwitch Control 1 right over here, and I have a Donner wireless transmitter. I could plug this into like my power down here, but I felt lazy and just using this battery bank for this demo. And so I have 4 up lights, and each of them are in these totems. I mean, they just look better that way. I could have put them against this black backdrop, but the lights just look better on white. I think this just represents my idea better to put them in totems. But yeah, there's 4 unique addresses, so you can do some chases. Let's choose an auto loop that does that. There we go, does some chases. And then I have like the pixel bars, like these pixel tubes. I have a lot of different animations like going up and down the tube as well as from side to side. Let me choose a different auto loop to demonstrate that. So I do like colored chases as well as intensity chases. And I have some of my auto loops that are a little bit more fast paced and some that are a little bit slower and more chill for different moments in the evening as a mobile DJ, like slow dances. And it drives me crazy when the lights are just blinking like crazy and not matching the energy. And I just tried to design all of these auto loops to work for any part of the song, because these auto loops just kind of cycle through at random, and I didn't just want someone to be caught with a super flashy auto loop that just didn't make any sense at any given point. So all these auto loops are about medium energy, I would say. Like they have movement, they have energy. This project is also designed that you can take away or add any groups of lights. For example, just having movers to a gig, or just having uplights and tubes, and just having it all work. And the SoundSwitch Shortcut's also designed to work whether you put all of your lights next to each other next to your DJ booth, or whether you spread them around the venue. But anyways, right, so we have the 4 unique addresses for auto loops. I have 4 unique addresses for pixel tubes. And now with the latest change, you can copy and paste those patterns to any pixel tube you want, any pixel bar. Mine has 16 zones, so it'll be a lot easier if you have that as well. So what would have taken, not exaggerating, like 12 hours to just copy and paste line by line so tediously, you could probably knock this out in an episode of your favorite TV show running in the background. And so before I get to the movers, I said I have 4 addresses for the pixel tubes, and you may see 6. So my workflow is that I just repeat addresses. It's true that you can create better patterns if you use all unique addresses, but sometimes I only use 4, sometimes I use 6, sometimes I use 8. So the compromise I found, so that I only have to have one SoundSwitch project, is just repeating addresses. So it's 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4. And then I have 2 moving heads, and I actually have 2 more of these both battery beams coming, and I'm just going to repeat the addresses, so 1 and 2, and I'll probably do another 1 and 2. Then lastly, I have these IR4s on top of this totem. So this is just scripted to do something different than the uplights, you know. So it'll do like contrasting colors. Some of those static scenes, you can trigger these just all by themselves. These are just programmed the same way as I have the wash effects and the wash effects hex and wash effects 2. Just something to throw a little bit of light onto your dance floor. So now that we're able to have more auto loops, obviously like the #1 thing I could do to increase value in the SoundSwitch Shortcut is give you more auto loops. I think I'm giving you 69 auto loops. It just happened that way. I didn't mean to do that. I might add more in the future. So each of these auto loops is something that I've curated personally. And honestly, I just wanted to give you quality over quantity, because there's a couple of really easy ways to give you more quantity, and I could have done that and sold you, you're getting 120 auto loops, but I just didn't want to do that to you guys. So there's a couple of different ways you can do it if you want, but hovering over an auto loop, you right click it, and then you click populate auto loops, and it will give you 128 auto loops. And they're pretty basic. They just auto loop the master track. So I could have done that, but I decided not to. I just wanted to give you guys quality auto loops. And as I mentioned, these are auto scripting ready, and you could use the auto scripting engine to create more auto loops. I just didn't want to do that and just create a bunch of auto scripted auto loops, because you're already paying for the SoundSwitch software. So I just figured it'd be more value for you to have curated ones instead of just me pushing the button when you could just do that yourself in 2 seconds. So I just click auto, and there's a ton of different styles. But yeah, this is auto scripting ready, so you just click apply, randomize, okay. All the lights are doing what they're supposed to. So just for fun, let's do another one. Dance auto loop 2, apply, randomize, okay. So you can fill in your own auto loops, use your own color schemes. And like I said, I want this to be a template. This is not so much like a fully flushed out solution as more of a launching grounds for you in your creativity. And I want it to be good enough that if you don't feel like doing any more programming, that it will work. I mean, this is what my company used, as previously stated. So something I wanted to do is be able to create movement, and with intensity, you can do that. And I think that one of the complaints I see a lot about SoundSwitch is that by default, when you're doing these pulses, the bass intensity goes all the way to 0. And some people don't like that, especially for uplights, especially like in a dark room. So I tried to make more of my patterns have like the bass intensity be like at 20% instead of like all the way down. So as you can see here, the bass intensity is all the way down, but it's able to create movement. I don't know if the camera captures that, but hopefully. And to be honest, I'm super humbled and thankful that so many of you have been interested in the SoundSwitch Shortcut. You know, when I started making SoundSwitch templates back in 2022, I never thought that it would be as popular as it is today. So thank you to everybody, because ultimately the goal was to get all these lights kind of doing something similar, you know, using similar intensity, using similar color. And when I first made templates for my Chauvet well sticks 180s, I just kind of threw a random number out there. I just said $300. Other people started selling SoundSwitch lighting profiles, and they started at the price of $300. And so I've tried various prices. So we are gonna raise the price a little bit, but I don't want it to be so expensive that it's burdensome. If I was releasing monthly updates to these like Autoloops like Spotify or Crate Hackers, I think it would make sense to be charging like a monthly fee, but I'm not. And so instead of doing a monthly fee, I'm thinking for this new version, we'll do a one-time fee, and you'll get free updates for a year. I can't promise you that there's gonna be a ton of updates, but I am adding new fixtures that I find exciting. You'll get free updates for a year, and then you have to pay a one-time fee if you want to get another year of updates, instead of doing like a monthly thing. Because I hate monthly subscriptions. I think everybody hates them. I think that they're warranted if you are providing incremental updates monthly. And of course, that link is down in the description below, and you can pick this up. And I've gotten such great feedback from all of you, and so many of you have been saying it's been helping transform your business, just helped make lighting so much easier, one less thing you didn't have to worry about. And really, that's just been the whole goal of the SoundSwitch Shortcut from the beginning, is to just demystify DMX, simplify SoundSwitch, and let you have effective lighting that is fun and ultimately makes you more money. And with this version 2, you get more than twice as many auto loops, lots of small improvements, and I definitely think it's worth the upgrade. Just note that the SoundSwitch Shortcut V1 will work in 2.9, and it is not required to upgrade. So if you purchased the SoundSwitch Shortcut in the past and you're happy, then power to you. You know, you don't need to upgrade if you don't want to. And I love that. So yeah, that's basically it. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Please smash like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.